the coach, Rick Ramos. Rick Ramos, welcome to New York. How you guys feeling?
I'm good. I'm out here on business and a couple of meetings, a couple of interviews, representing Team McCaskill. It's good. It's hot. It's hot today. It's about 95.
Is it kind of like compare like a little bit of Chicago weather? Or
it's exactly like Chicago. I feel like it was like this last week, so I think the weather just got here, so it's warm. It's humid. I'm sweating.
Hey, but at least I mean we are on likely clothes, and at least we can enjoy the weather if the weather comes, right.
Well, the sun's hiding now, so it's good now.
It is good now. Hey, coach. Recently, Jessica just won the WBA title. What was it for you guys to gain that title, and what was it that fight, in order to get where you guys at right now?
I think, I think maybe a lot of people will respect Jessica as a real champion. You win one belt, people kind of say, oh, that was an easy fight, or this or that, one hit wonder or whatever. When you win two belts, it's a little different. I know the fight was closer than it should have been. I know the scorecards didn't reflect that, but Anaí Sanchez is tough. Much respect to her and her team. But when you win two belts, I think it solidifies your position not only in boxing, but to other champions, to other organizations, and we're letting everyone know that we're here to stay and we're here to fight.
A great fight that they gave us. Two of them very competitive. I don't take nothing away from her opponent, and it was a great night. I mean, as far as I see, both of them, they came to fight. It was a war, against each other. And how was it for the champ, after winning this title, like, going back and bring it back to Chicago and say, hey, listen, now instead of one belt, I have two belts?
Well, it was amazing. It was an amazing feeling. And, we had no idea what to expect after this fight. Eddie came in the locker room right before we were about to go out, and Eddie says, hey, you know what, I want you guys to unify a 140-pound division. So I think that might have hyped up Jessica a little too much, and I think she was a little too eager. Her mindset changed a little bit. She was a little more aggressive. She wanted to make a statement, and it turned into a war, So lesson learned for both of us, I wanted her to stay a little low. She stood a little high, made it tougher on herself than it should have been. But overall, we got the win. I think it was a tough fight, close fight. I think we won clearly, and we plan to unify the division and see what happens.
Hey, I would say now everyone, is after Jessica, and I say this, I don't blame her. She's the champion. She got two belts, and I think, not only her, but I think the fight fans, they deserve to see the best fights, and whoever comes, at the table, I guess, whoever is ranking number one in the IBF or WBA or even the WBC, because I know one of them is gonna raise their hand and say, hey, I'm ranking number 2 or number 1 in the WBC. I want to challenge her for the WBC. That's something that, fight fans, they would love to see it. But now you're mentioning that you want to go for, unified titles. So is this the next, fight that you guys looking forward?
Particular? We want all the belts at 140. So if you have a belt at 140, you'll get a phone call. That's all I can say. I don't know which order they're going to come in, but we want the IBF, and obviously we want the WBO. I'm not exactly sure, like I said, in what order they're going to come in, but we're going to come. So keep your phone on. You can, before we used to beg for a fight. Now there's no begging. There's a long list of people who want to fight Jessica, so that's always good. Jessica's an entertaining, exciting fighter. So, now that we're in a position to sell more tickets and to be more popular, a lot of these other girls, their paydays are going to rise because they're fighting Jessica. And, we understand that, and that's a gift that fighting Jessica gives you. So everybody's calling us out. We have a lot to give. We have, we're with Matchroom. We're with Eddie Hearn, and, like I said, we offer the belts. So everybody wants to fight, and they want an opportunity. So we're going to sit down with Eddie Hearn and Jessica, figure out the best plan, and see what happens from there.
And then, decide what's next.
Yeah.
Besides of boxing, Coach, what else, you guys do in order that, let's say, you guys go back to the schools or community and speak, about people and encouragement in order to, help people, in order to, motivate them and tell them, hey, if you have this dream, pursue it. What's the you know, the purpose also, you know, having these championships right now, and what's the thing that Jessica does in order to help these people?
You know, when you have the titles and you have the biggest world titles that are available, you have to represent not only the sanctioning bodies, but you have to represent yourself, your team, and everybody involved. So, you know, Jessica does a lot of speaking. She goes a lot of grammar schools. She went back to her old town in St. Louis, Belleville, Illinois, which is basically St. Louis. She went back there to speak to the kids. She donated money, donated books. She speaks. She's working with Chance the Rapper in Chicago and his foundation. So we started a boxing program with under Chance's organization. And, you know, I own a boxing gym, so all my fighters teach the little kids as well. So I kind of come off teaching the little ones for now, and all my fighters teach it to kind of give back and let those young girls and young boys, let them know that there is a future, you know. And she brings the belt and lets them all take pictures, and they love it, you know. And I think if they see a girl can do it, the other little girls feel like they can do it, you know. And you know, I think for me right now, the girl market is working. You know, I have some guys that are up and coming, and I'm excited. But overall, we try to give back to the community as much as we can. Like I said, Jessica does speak a lot. We don't always post it. We post as much as we can out of social media, but she does it a lot, you know, and I'm proud of her, and I'm proud of what my team brings, and hopefully we can continue this pace, you know.
Hey, hopefully we get to see her maybe one day over here coming in New York. I know New York people would love to, you know, see Jessica speaking about all her achievements that she has done in her career and all the great things that she's been doing. It